Hi guys, it's Andrea. I hope you're having a great day. It's Wednesday here in New Hampshire. Um, Today I want to talk about something that ties into the 5-week blog series that I'm doing on body image. Um, and that is basically if you want to stop overeating, binging, and having struggles with food, then you really need to cultivate some self-love, self-acceptance. If you don't have that, you're never going to heal your relationship with food. It's impossible. You can't hate yourself and heal a relationship with food. It just doesn't happen. Like it's just, what's the point? If you don't love yourself, why would you put good food in your body? Why would you choose to do good things for yourself? It's never going to happen. And one avenue to do that is to trade negative self-talk, which is something we all do, and especially those of us who have struggles with body image. We have this constant dialogue that's negative about ourselves pop up in our heads, and we want to trade that self-talk for self-compassion. So that's one avenue where you can get to self-acceptance and self-love. Not easy to do, but it's really, really important. So today I want to give you five beginner ways that you can start doing that. You can take that negative self-talk and turn it into self-compassion. And it does take some time, and it's something you have to do over and over again and constantly bring your attention to. But I think if you do these things, make it a regular practice and regular habit, you'll see some positive changes in your how you feel about yourself, but also in how you respond to food, or to food, I should say. The first one of those things you can do is notice what thoughts pop up for you. So you may want to get a journal or a notebook and keep it with you for a couple of days or a couple of weeks as you kind of figure out what your MO is. What's your normal way of thinking about yourself? Do you have thoughts that pop up in the morning? Is it in the middle of the night? Is it when you're getting ready for work? What maybe when you're eating meals? When do thoughts pop up? What situations bring them about? It's totally normal to have negative thoughts. So just remember that. It's normal to have them. They're going to happen. Number two, notice what you do when you have those thoughts. What do you do with them? Do you let them pass on by? Because most thoughts are brief. Otherwise, we would get distracted and not get anything done ever, because we have thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts a day. But what do you do with them? Do you let them pass on by, or do you analyze them, focus on them, give them all your attention? Do you indulge them? We tend to indulge our negative thoughts because we think there's some benefit in paying attention to that we feel fat or that our thighs are gross or whatever, because we think it's going to keep us on our toes, and we're going to eat less if we beat ourselves up. So notice if you go looking for for more fuel for the fire. Pay attention to that. Number three is don't look for evidence. That if you notice that you're analyzing and you're focusing and putting a lot of attention on these negative thoughts, are you actually going and looking for evidence for them? Don't do that. Think of it like going to a party. You're invited to a party. You can't control the guest list. There's some people you don't like. They might be there, but you're going to the party anyways. You can't control whether they come or not. You can't control if the host invites them, but you can control how you interact with them, how much time you give them. You can even control if you leave the party. You can decide, like, screw this, I'm not going to stay. But you don't have to go to the party and pretend you're buddy-buddy with these people, right? You don't have to pretend to be best friends. You can say hi, be polite, but then move on and spend time with the people you want to spend time with. We can do the same thing with our thoughts. We don't have to collect evidence that these thoughts are real or they mean anything. We can spend time with thoughts that do matter and do affect us in a positive way. Number four is take those negative thoughts that you're having and turn them into a neutral thought. Trade them out for a neutral thought. We can't go from I hate my body to I have the best body in the world. Like, that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen quickly, and it's probably not going to happen ever. That's just, conceited and silly. But we can go from I hate my body to something neutral and believable, something that's a fact, like I have a body, right? It sounds kind of silly, I know, but if you swap out those thoughts that right now you believe, even though you shouldn't believe these horrible things about yourselves, and swap it out for something that you also believe that's neutral, you won't be able to dispute it. It's a fact that you have a body. It's a fact that you have thighs. It's not necessarily a fact that you have fat thighs. It's not a fact that you're gross, whatever that means. It's totally arbitrary. But if you swap out a negative thought for a neutral thought, you'll notice that when those negative thoughts pop up, they have a lot less power, a lot less effect on you. Number 5, notice how compassionate you are towards others. I know that when I'm in like my deep shit of body image stuff, when I'm feeling kind of like hateful towards myself, and I've had clients reiterate this to me too. They feel the same way. I get really critical of others too. I have very little compassion for other people when I'm going through my own stuff. I notice that I can look at someone else and make snap judgments about them, about their body or what they look like, what their lifestyle might be like. And this is really, kind of dangerous for me to be admitting publicly, but it's the truth. And when I'm thinking those thoughts, it's really not about them. It's about me. It's really about how not compassionate I'm feeling about myself. And because of that, it's reflected on them. And so I see these negative things in them, and it's really not about them. It's about me. And I know if I'm doing my work to be more compassionate to myself, I'm going to feel more compassionate towards everyone. Like, I'm not going to see the same negative things I see in someone if I'm doing my work on the inside. So notice how you are. Like, when you see another woman, do you compare yourself to her? Are you picking her apart and tearing her down? That's really about you, what's going on inside for you. So just to recap, so the 5 things that you could start working on right now to trade negative self-talk for self-compassion is notice what thoughts are popping up for you that are negative. Then notice what you do with them. How much energy and attention do you give them? Number 3, don't collect evidence. Don't go around trying to be best friends with someone at a party that you don't like, right? Either interact with only the people that you do like, stop talking to the person you don't, or leave the party. You don't need to collect evidence. You don't need to like build up that relationship. Number 4, trade negative thoughts for a neutral thought that is believable. So something like I hate my body turns into I have a body. And number 5, notice when you're not compassionate towards others, and how is that, what's coming up for you. It's really about you. So that is about it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you need help turning your self-talk, your negative self-talk into self-compassion, if that's coming up as a struggle for you in your relationship with food, I highly encourage you to reach out to schedule a discovery session with me. It's free. We can talk about your struggles. I'll let you know if I think I can be of service to you. And there's no pressure, no obligation, but I really want to help, and I want to see you have a life that you want to live more of. I don't want to see you holding yourself back by these negative self-talk, negative thoughts. Sorry, I'm tired. I had a long day. It's hard to finish a video at this point, but that's it for today. Hope you guys are well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.